Hey guys, and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 on Gwenddwr. So, I actually got a little bit to talk about today. The Farm Sim trailer. Can't deny not seeing that. Of course, it's, what was it? 2 days late me talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it now anyway. So, a lot to take in on that. And, yeah, don't ask. Courseplay would not pick up on the old course at all, so I'm having to start again. John Deere Combine, but it's not a huge John Deere Combine, which is interesting. They showed off the T-Series, which is one of the smaller versions, which is pretty cool. Presumably that's going to be like a 7-meter header, maybe a 6-meter header, something along those lines, presumably. Hardy sprayer, which I just don't like that style, but that's personal preference. Of course, the Fent again that we've already seen. New type of cultivator, deep soil fertilizer. Pretty cool stuff. And of course, a lot of you won't know this, or at the time probably didn't. Good old Microsoft. Releasing it early, the trailer. Yay! Had to have a laugh. And the media partners were not under an NDA or anything. We didn't have the video, but we're under just a gentleman's thing, like, play fair, guys. Like, just don't upload it before we do. It's nice to see most people doing it. It's not something I'm going to glaze over. There's one of the Giants media partners that just insists on going behind them, it seems, quite a few times. But I'm not going to name names, that's not fair. That's not going to make me any better. But not pleased about it. But in Microsoft doing that, it helped me a great deal, because I could rip the video down and do my video on it and release it when it was supposed to be released, without missing the boat on it, which is nice. And I think the Giants changed the times they ended up releasing there, so I think mine was released at, it was either 10 o'clock German time or 10 o'clock UK time, so I think I missed it by an hour, so I released it an hour early. This is a pain in the butt to maneuver around. But we'll stop with this slight negativity there. I am seeing some pictures coming out of FarmCon with the way the ground will bend, well, not the ground, but the crop will bend over on when tractors go for it and machines go for it, which is awesome. That looks so cool. Now the question to that would be, will it get to a point of where it's flattened and you can't harvest it, or will it just bend over and it's always going to bounce back and you're always going to be able to harvest it? That I will be interested to see. But just, as far as I'm aware, just like in real life, to a point, crops can get flattened over, but more than likely I imagine the header will still be able to pick it up depending on what crop it is. This is wheat. I can swath that then. We are going to dump this on Courseplay so I can get all my ducks in a row with everything else. So this is field number 7. That's let's go 4 headlines, why not? Yep. Generally because. And nearest waypoint. And drive course. And we are rock and roll. And plus that will allow me to get a tractor and trailer on the go. I can't believe the Puma would not pick up on the old course. No matter where I tried, it was not having it. It was having absolutely none of it. What tractor shall we bring out the barn for this one? Yeah, let's just stick with this. Why not? Oh, that's right, we got pig food in. I think some of you were saying, actually, I haven't got to the comments yet, about the pig food you can actually tip into some buckets. I think it's what some of you were saying. I saw, like, the beginning of it. Do we have any in here now? But they are absolutely fine, so we don't need to worry about them. What we will do is scoop up the last bit of food that's on the ground. Like so, and go dump that over. I am thinking of getting the bobcat on here. I know I've talked about it. Do I have the bobcat enabled? I do. Okay, that's very tempting actually. That's 2,000 and this is 2,000. Good on me, I kinda like the bucket on the JCB more than I do the bobcat bucket. Seems like it's a bit deeper. Decisions. Do we get rid of this? I'm so tempted. You guys don't even know. You know what? Maybe the deciding factor, the height of stuff on it. Okay, what we'll do is we'll put cheap money on because we're just swapping the machines anyway. That won't matter. So we'll go with this, clean windows, tint, go clean, with or without beacon, without, they're not road legal. Black rims, white rims, crawler track. Orange crawler track, which people were saying are typically, and I think I've seen these on forklifts too, I think they're made out of a different material, probably like a polyurethane or something like that. So they don't mark for like warehouses and stuff like that, which is interesting. I'm not sure why you'd want a crawler track version of that instead of a wheel, but hey. I would just go with standard. Yeah, we'll keep that. Pretty much default. And we'll buy that. And then we'll buy the shovel, because it makes sense, it'll actually match. And we'll just teleport that down because screw driving that all the way down. Actually, to be fair, what we can do is just go pop. And put it in here. The way Amteam, I think, have got the way this handles, it seems a little bit better than the stock in game skid steers. Like, it doesn't seem to... You steer it a little bit, and it does steer a little bit. It's not overcorrecting. I think that's why I'd want to end up swapping out. And let's face it, they're virtually the same machine. And the Bobcats are way much more iconic shape than anything. Oh, it's actually going to lift higher. By a margin. Goodbye, JCB. It's nice having you around. I just want a bit of variety instead of using the JCB all the time. Not that I use it a lot, but for that sake. Alright, and this can just go in its hidey hole. I'm not too sure how popular Bobcats are in the UK. The brand, that is. No doubt they're in the UK. I don't know how popular they are. Okay, that off. Now that should be empty. We'll jump into this and head over towards the combine. Yep, it is empty. Indeed it is. Yeah, it does need emptying. That's good. That means we're getting a good yield out of that lot. That feels not quite ready. What I'll probably do actually is run around with the spreader and go fertilise some of the fields. Come on, you can pull this up a darn empty. This thing just seems so underpowered at times. I don't get it. Like, the trailer's empty. Yes, it's probably about 3 ton. Good lord, I missed a lot going up this around here. Wow. Oh, it's on the second headland pass. Oh, okay. It was a gateway, but I kind of wish it was a double gateway. I'll do my usual little trick there. Make it so it's stuck in traffic. Keep on turn. I still haven't sorted out the weights for this and tried them myself. You guys did the research and I'm yet to do it. I feel bad. I've just been doing other stuff and tend to forget. I'm not gonna lie, I just tend to forget about it. Not sure how much this has got in it actually. Oh, more than enough. Should actually use the bag mod on here for the seed and stuff like that. That'd be kind of neat, especially now I've got the skid steer. I mean, instead I've always had the skid steer, but you guys know what I mean. Back this up to roughly where it would be. What time is it in game? Oh, it's getting on. Wonder why we're losing a bit of light. Over the hedge. Bale this up here. Bale this up here. Back this up here. I was thinking about bales, and I was thinking about Heston balers, going to myself, this is what else I could talk about. And that was a sorry comment saying, someone saying about no Heston bales, no balers in the game, because of the trailer. And we don't know that yet. Gotta stay a little bit positive. I doubt it. None of the way Farm Sims worked after all these years, I doubt we are going to see another type of bale into the game, even though there should be the older style bales added to the game. The conventional size. I don't think we will. And the reason for that, especially the conventional bales, and Dave hit a good point on this. Consoles, as far as we know, from every version they've been on console, they've had a limit of how many vehicles they can have. And I believe, and again, you're console guys, I know I've got a few of you on the channel, let me know what the limit is. But bales go under vehicles as the XMLs, and now the game that goes on the console and the game that goes on PC, honestly, probably isn't too distant from how they actually function. They're probably very similar. Just, you guys have that limit imposed, we don't, because of computer power. Like, we can power through, the consoles seem to can't. Could they realistically? Probably. But it's to stop people making thousands upon thousands of bales, which I couldn't imagine how hard that is on console. Like, if you've got a good range of equipment just to keep yourself entertained, and oh, I've baled 20 bales and I can't bale anymore. They just keep on disappearing or whatever. I don't know, it kind of seems a bit silly for me, but it's the limitations of the consoles from what we know. If you think of conventional bales, how many of them would you be able to poop out before it would freak out? Because the bale is an i3D file, which basically is a model being put into the game. It's just an endless circle, so that's why I don't think we'll see them. We could see Heston bales. Now, plus side to add in a Heston style baler into the game, a big pack baler, especially a Heston. One, you can pack, well, at least another, effectively another bale into a singular bale. So a Heston bale is The modded ones are 6,000 litres. How realistic that is, I have no idea. The stock ones are 4. So, you really say like 1.5 bales at that. They'd have to do the math and work out how big those actual custom bales are. So you're running less bales on the map if you had a big pack bale or something like that. That being said, we've got Crone clearly coming back into the game with hopefully full force with the Crone Big M. So fingers crossed we will see their baler, that's an actual big pack baler, producing big pack bales instead of just typical 4,000 litres. Time will tell. And they can still keep the standard size bale. Like, the look of it, just make it have more amount in it. Again, for the console guys that are limited with that, that'd be huge. It really would. So I'd hope to see something like that. Someone. I really would. And that thing's probably going to be full again fairly soon. Oh yeah. So with this we've got about one more pass and then we'll go around the headlands tidying that up. And that's good to go. That is going over itself. We'll just ignore what's going on in that field, to be quite honest with you. Pain in the ass that was. It really was. It annoys me when I even went to exactly the same spot I started the course, just through the gate. Nope. It wanted to start it over here still. Okay, screw you. We'll just let it do it. And get off the GPS line. Shut that down. And I gotta admit, breaking down a proper trailer was nice. I enjoyed it. I like doing that. The featurettes they're putting up, or have been putting up, I get it, it's to build a little bit of hype, bit teasing. Here we go, here's a trailer. I can get behind that, but it ain't no fun breaking them down. It really ain't. The longer gameplay trailers are awesome to break down. Rewatching, you see a bit more every time. And I believe that be Earth. And that can get ploughed in, and then I'll end up going over and doing that field after it's been cultivated. And I think that's full again, yeah it is. Probably end up being on this map tonight to stream. Yeah, I was on Oakfield yesterday, so I'll be on this. Baling some of that up, transporting it around. Do I have the big bags enabled? If I do, then I may start getting that stuff. What are they even under? Pallets. Pallets. I don't have them enabled. I do have the Stridon enabled though. But honestly, yeah. Unless I'm going to bring a baler in, or a tractor in to use as a baler. Ain't gonna work. Alright, what I'll do, I do want to use the big bags. I'll enable that for the stream. Would have been and gone. Also, I do want to bring up that I have done a mini dump on the Land Kid live channel. Some of you guys kept on asking and I was behind. I should do it every night after a little while after the stream, but I've been slacking. I'm not gonna deny it, I've been slacking hardcore on that. I thought I wouldn't, but I have been. And it's just getting complacent. About that up there. And we're also 500 subscribers on the Land Kid live channel. That's amazing. And most of you know my goal, and the reason for my goal. I am trying to get 1,000 subscribers over on that channel, which is doable. It's not that far away, to be quite honest. I'm already over the watch time, and that's to get monetization on the channel for those videos. Extra bit of revenue from just the live streams alone would be amazing. So if you're watching this now and you're not subscribed to the Land Kid live channel, it is on my main channel on the right hand side. If you're on a phone and stuff like that, I don't know how or where you'd see it, but it is in there, and I believe it's in the top of my description every time too. So go over there, check that out. It's literally just live stream archives, nothing more, nothing less. Some stuff for the time being that is basically that I would be losing out a considerable amount of money on, I'm going to be completely honest, will appear on the Landy Kid live channel, not the Landy Kid live channel, the main channel, so this one. But for the most part, the live streams have been getting put up on the Landy Kid live channel, and it's literally just to keep it separate away from this, so I could put those archives up and people not get irritated by them. And when I do dumps, it's inevitable, I do them. I try and keep it sensible. I'm not one of these people that will literally, oh, this tractor struggle bus. I'm not one of those channels which will do like a week's worth of dump. Here you go, there they all are right now. I'm not about that. I see, I'm gonna say it, Squirrel, he does it on his channel and I hate it. Now, I don't know why I'm subscribed to that channel because I don't watch any of it. But he does it a lot, and it just puts me off seeing my subfeed filled with that. I did it this week, and it was an hour. Every hour there was a video coming out, which I think's fair. It's not, in theory, it shouldn't be filling up your subscription feed depending on how many subs you are subscribed to. I'm actually really thinking about swapping out this tractor. This thing's... it's a great tractor, but it does hurt going up the hills quite a lot. Up here. There's so much it's missing it. It's making a mess. It really is. How's that going? Not too bad. Oh yeah, we need to find a spot for that. I think we'll keep this down at the cow yard. It's where we had our mowers, but then I realised they're not ours. And we're releasing those. This is ours, however. And going back to what I was saying about Crone, I'm looking forward to having that big M in there. It was the 450. We've needed something like that for absolutely freaking years in the game. Having the 500 was great, but the 500 for British stuff is just, and it's being very sort of to a point on that one thing. You just don't, as far as I'm aware, the 500, it may be used in the UK, but I don't think so. I think that's maybe more for the North American market and possibly mainland Europe. I personally have never seen one of those in the UK. I'm not going to be one of those people that I criticise all the time saying, well, because you've not seen it, it doesn't exist. Let's face it, it's probably in the UK, but the amount of acreage that you'd need to be covering with something like that machine would be insane. It'd be something similar to the class, oh, what did they call it? Scorpion. No, was it Scorpion? No, that's the telehandler. No. Cougar? Was it the Cougar? I think it was called the Cougar. Class had a mower system out. I think it was loosely based on the Zerion for a little while there. And the thing's awesome. It looks weird as all get out. And there is a mod floating around of it. But that was a very poor mod. It's from FS13, FS11, I think. That's a unique machine. They didn't even last a full year with it before they stopped production, I think. Maybe it was a year and a bit. But it didn't last long. Probably because of, I don't know why. In Class 2 mower technology. Maybe because the Chrome Big M, it just didn't sell. It was a big piece of kit. That's for sure. Yeah, that's good enough. It is good enough. At least we know what we're doing during the stream. And my plan is just to have pigs on the map. I don't plan on doing dairy. So I don't need a butt ton of straw, but the straw that we do make will sell. No sense in ploughing it under. This will honestly be struggle bus with that trailer too. And the only one that would be okay, although it's going down to the lesser steep gradient, would be the John Deere and the Puma. And really, on this map, the Marstons will probably be a bit more suited, I would say. If you're wondering about the gate, don't worry, we do have an electric fence put up there, you just can't see it because the wires are so fine. Okay then. Probably have the John Deere on me. Baler. When needed. Just change it up, I usually use the Puma. Oh wow. That's cutting into the crop quite a bit. Bit excessive, don't you think there, my friend? How's the people doing, actually? Oh, it's almost reed on the field. Stupid damn thing. Yeah, let's jump into the deer, actually, and get it all sorted. The old coon. Also moved the manure over there too. Actually, while we've got this on, not that it matters, but I'm in a machine so it'll be easier. I'm going to take a quick spin down to the BGA. I want to see how much slurry we've got down there. If we've got a good amount, we may actually be able to do some slurrying soon. Well, when I say slurry, I mean digestate. Get out, digestate, yeah. And F1. Oh, barely any. 6%. Jeez. That wasn't much bales, too. To be expected. Good rinse through that so freaking quick. It'd be ridiculous. Now, is that manure bypoint or sell point? Can't quite remember. Yeah, it's empty too. That's a shame. I thought those, they built up our money, but I thought we'd get a bit more digestate out of that. I'll probably wrap up the video. Oh, was that full? Well, what's it at? Oh no, it should be fine. When it's finished this field, it should finish it with no issues. You know what? I may actually have to go through and row this. I just realised that's going across the field. That's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to bail. I'll be stupid to bail like that. We'll give it a shot. Bit of that. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain. Didn't think of that when I was started up the course. Why would it go that way? Actually, see if there's an updated course play. It has been a while since I've updated it. Oh, you're going to get full in the damn row, aren't you? Up the hill we go and around again. Hopefully I can get through that row without any issues. Oh no, it's going to fill up. Really? Oh, you darn thing. This may be the end of the video here, though. Yep. We'll empty this and call it. And then just finish that in the stream. Stop. Quit. Back it up. Back it up. Hopefully that thing's on its headlands now. Otherwise, I guarantee I'll stop, come out of this, eat lunch, see if I've got time to record another video, and it turn around and go, oh no, it needs, it can't do the course. Oh, to be honest, I'll probably actually do an American truck video. Now I've got the trailers on everything over there. Get set up for that. Unfortunately, the truck that I really want to use hasn't been updated yet. And by the sounds of it, the dude's not going to be updating it until we're a bit further along in the beta, which I understand. Pain in the ass though. Oh, it is on the headland. Sweet. I'll just leave that doing its thing then. And that should be empty. It is. So, oh, no, not quite. There it is. I heard it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow for a Oakfield video. And until next time, catch you on the flip side. Later.